All right, yeah. We'll start. We'll start here. We'll start here. All right, we're back yet again with Celeste, one of my favorite commanders. It doesn't. I was gonna do the quote-unquote third variant of this, which involves a bunch of mid-rangey value creatures that sort of bounce in and out of your graveyard and just trigger the 1/1 counter thing and beat your opponent to death with that. Stuff like Alesha. Actually, I think both Aleshas kind of do something rather similar to, or, in line with that idea. But after looking at lists online on like EDH Rec and whatnot, it doesn't seem like all of the strategies that this does, they still have the combo just in their back pocket. So it's just the thing that this thing does. So it seems like far and away the most successful idea is persist with this, so it keeps coming in and out infinitely with some kind of sack outlet like Altar of Dementia and Bombardment, just winning. There's slightly less winning lines, but they still can just win, like this one, where you sack the persist thing infinitely, and you have ideally, two infinitely large lethal threats, your commander and this, and while that won't just kill your opponent guarantee, it's still interesting enough. You could probably run, and what I probably could do is run, what's the MDFC Fling? This thing? Could run this and just, like, get over your opponent's stuff with it. I wouldn't really think this is the worst idea. The problem sort of starts to build up if you have too many pieces of a combo and like it doesn't do anything unless you have the entire thing. Let me click that for now. So let's say I have the persist creature, I have this in play, I have the sack outlet that isn't one of the ones that deals infinite damage or mills infinitely, and then I also have to now kill my opponent, right? It's just asking for just a lot, and something like this can genuinely help with that, right? It's really not a bad idea, in my opinion, to maybe try. Actually, you know what? I'll try shave that and just see what happens. It's at the very least still a land, so I don't feel too bad about it. But yeah, this is not nearly as different as the last time I played it, and I don't normally do that. But I mean, with Ancient Tomb Gemstone in the game now, it's just something I want to do again. Chromox wasn't in here last time. I'm actually not sure why. Maybe I thought it was bad or something. I think it was in the game at the time. I mean, I guess I can't remember, but it wasn't that long ago. It was just Final Fantasy. I'm pretty sure these are around. So I'm not really sure why I did that. It feels pretty obvious to run it. Maybe it was a lapse in judgment, or maybe, you know what? Maybe I just didn't own it at the time. I really do not remember, but I would probably play Chromox in all Celeste decks. It just seems like a perfect fit. Phalage and Croxa have never been in any Celeste lists of mine, but they do fit that mid-range idea, and while they're a bit difficult to cast, they can be annoying enough that I think they're worth trying to kill my opponent with. So yeah, so there's combo stuff, a lot fewer tutor effects here to tutor for pieces, so I expect to see any kind of direct combo far less often, which might be a problem. Who knows? But you know what? Let's craft it, let's send it. Well, there's definitely new commanders to play against with Celeste, which I've not quite seen. Alright, we have... my entire hand is actually all new cards. Not new, but just for this deck. That's really fun. Oh, except this. Ooh, I don't think that makes any sense. All right, let's try this. We got stuff. I kind of like stuff. Stuff is usually good, right? We like stuff in this stream here. So. Stuff is ideal. Tapped mountain, huh? Yep. Well. Oh wait, I can't stop this anyways. It is the unstoppable one. I think we're at 3 unstoppable ones, right? You have like the Kami, Arboreal Grazer, and Utopias Brawl, so there's like 3 of them. Well, all of this is really bad now, but maybe I can still win with some kind of weird scam. They have Nick, though, so this is very unfortunate. Let's get this one. A little too late for that. Yeah, so Mesmeric Orb can mill into something extremely scary, I guess. They have to get Ragavan? No? That's after red, too. Okay, never mind. Found the way to tap for red. It's like, yeah, they have to find a red source. They found it. So, we can play Orb now. And that helps me set up into a better situation later. Well, I must admit, these were some very good mills. Look at that. Wow. Those were quite ideal. Oh, never mind. My opponent just undid everything. Cool. Cool. Opponent has the old benefits from my card. Okay, well, looks like it's not going to matter. Do I start with my commander? Wait a minute. I still don't have it. What am I talking about? Yeah, I still don't actually have the combo. Let's get rid of you, and we can reanimate Putrid Goblin, but I could probably just not risk that for no reason. Yeah, cast this and I see the old Crucible there. I'm not sure what I can... Let's see, so 1, 2, 3... I'm still 2 turns away from it, right? Tutor, Sack Outlet, cast Sack Outlet in this. Yeah, so I'm 2 turns away from it. Okay, well, guess they don't have to even use this when you just still have the best thing ever out of hand. Amazing. Amazing. They got a Shifting Woodland? Oh, it is a creature, isn't it? There is some weird world in which I win this turn. If I had discarded... No, it's still 1 mana off. If I discarded this, it's still 1 off. So, always this. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, always this. I don't think there's anything to concern myself with that isn't simply trying to win the game. So I'm going to just try to win the game. Let's not shock ourselves for no reason. This doesn't matter. Let's cut down Fanatic. I'm not interested in anything my opponent has in their graveyard. And that's it. That's all she wrote. I have to now not die. Which I think I'm borderline dead on board. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I'm counting 14 exactly. See, this is why I always say that you shouldn't mill your opponent unless it's like super fast and lethal. Okay, what just happened? What actually just happened? I didn't even mentally register what happened there. Did they just throw? Did my opponent just throw the game? What just happened? Their Shifting Woodlands just died. They copied the 0/0. Okay, they just made a colossal mistake. Alright. We're back in it now. On the bright side, if you give your opponent infinite value with your 2-drop, I suppose your opponent may trip up in all the infinite value they got. But as it stood, I believe I saw exactly 14 with the most direct damage-dealing line. If I counted it correctly, it would lose the Delighted Halfling in combat, or the 2/2 in combat. Okay, it looks like we're just in it, unless my opponent has. Actually, I don't think anything stops me. I don't think anything stops me. Can I reanimate anything that would give me a layer of safety? I'm at 9. I don't want to die to lightning bolt. No, not really. Okay, it's very unlikely they have anything with 1 mana anyways, so I'm just going to assume I win. Oh yeah, Celes is also lethal, so I can poke all of their creatures to death to kill them even faster. It like has to be lightning bolt, and it has to be one of the last 2 cards. Okay, doesn't appear to be the case. I need to kill Pac. Why? Oh, just for... But isn't it still faster? Let's see, 11... Oh, I'm on the play. Alright, no. I can just be an idiot as well. That works. Also, yeah, if I did draw anything but a tap land, like the Surveil land cost me the game there. No, that person's always had it like that, to that degree, every time I played against them. It's always just been something like that. Yep. I'm not even going to pretend like anything else matters. Excellent. So... this could be useful, but it is incredibly slow against Tifa, so I'm going to argue that it is not at all useful. Why would you blow up the Gemstone Caverns? It doesn't tap for mana. Alright, I mean, I'll take it. That was kind of weird, I feel. I think the last card in their hand is a protection spell. Yeah, the last card in their hand was a protection spell. So they just didn't have it. What did they discard to Kroxa? What is Flage actually good against? Like, what are we flaging in Historic Brawl? It's starting to really hit me that maybe Lightning Helix just kind of sucks. Might not be good at all. Triome. Okay, can play this on... No, let's not do that. Yeah, let's just do this instead. It's not like playing this does anything at all. Oh hey, it's the Sablet Tender. Alright, we did it. Flage value. It's real. Look at it go. Hey, we can actually sort of get Flage and play this game. It's certainly a possibility. Let's put this on white. Yeah, it's a thing we can do. If I Dark Ritual this, it's 6 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 in total? Okay. So I should probably do that. It's an excellent way to advance my win condition, is to spree this. Okay. So we want the Putrid Goblin. That is a very satisfying card to spree. I mean, it cost me a Dark Ritual, but still. So now I'm in the I have multiple lethal threats department kind of idea here. Every time I play against this, I'm just so glad it's not Tamiyo. Not to say that it's doing something significantly worse, but every time I see it, I'm like, oh, it's not Tamiyo. Alright, let's play you. Actually, let's play this and then this, just in case there's weird stuff. I can keep one of the sack outlets. Let's keep the weird one that could potentially win the game, sort of. Okay, not the greatest there. Flage without haste doesn't kill this. Maybe that's not a big deal, though. One, two, three. Okay. Again, it's another 2-turn situation. What makes them play 2 lands a turn? How do they do? Oh, this thing. Alright. I was like, how did they do that? Okay, well, I didn't lose. That's cool. Let's play Grim Tutor. I mean, I could cast Flage, but that's like a turn off of actually winning? Is it? That might not be true at all. I can play this Tutor. It's not. I can still... I can actually Flage here. Alright, so let's go to combat. Yeah, I want them to block. I could have pushed 1 more damage, but I really don't know what that would be. Like, I could put a counter on the Celeste before combat, but that's not us winning the game. It also, like, doesn't take many creatures for this to be very scary. Like, I don't need 5 tokens or anything to have this situation just show up and be spooky. Okay. Tutor. Win condition? Win game? Opponent apparently has some kind of interaction. Not ideal. It doesn't really matter which one I get. Don't think. Chain to the rocks. Well, I mean, if I don't win, it would be nice to have that. So if I go to combat first, what does that actually do? Nothing. It does nothing. Alright. I don't know if there's anything my opponent can do about this. It could be like Beseiju? Maybe 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, let's poke. It doesn't really matter what I poke, so let's poke this. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Could have swung with a Putrid Goblin as well. Alright. Is there any reason at all to do anything? Because I don't think there is. They make me think they have Beseiju or something. They also didn't concede immediately, so... Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They did not play their commander before they just did that. I don't know what it is, but something's being left up, and I feel like it's Beseju. I'm still gonna block the 15-15. I think that would be ideal. They didn't block Flage. It was free to block Flage, wasn't it? Oh, not necessarily. Can you still have Beseju with 2 mana as a legendary? Yeah, there's enough legendaries. Sure. Let's see what the idea is. We'll find out right now. Does that change anything? Nope. It's another exile effect, so I can't reanimate it. Alright, so chain to the rocks. We're still lethal with the Flage attack. This is the funniest lethal I've ever seen, and I'm going to do it. You're wrecked. Yep. That is a funny lethal. Look at that. Bunch of weird stuff there. To be fair, I have never even played against that commander before, so I guess it was bound to do something weird. I've played against this once before, right? I think once. I like getting the Triumph basically every single game. Putting that into play doesn't accomplish much now, does it? No, not really. Alright, it's just... voice. Nah, let's find something else. And I'm not gonna Faithless Looting here. Might as well be mana efficient. Take out the infinite mana card. So... mill... I think I just, yet again, take my time. Ideally looking for land. Above everything anyways. Alright, green into green. We could probably replace Faithless Looting. Feels like that's kind of a thing I should be thinking about. Let's get rid of these. I could probably get rid of my whole hand, actually. No, I'll keep this thing. Okay. This makes me getting rid of the Lively Dirge kind of sad. Oh look, another green card. That's cool. Nice. Huge. Wait, what? That's not a green source? What are you doing? Opponent, you don't have another green source. You don't have another green card. What are you doing? Crazy. Was it not game with Lively Dirge? How was I going to reanimate the card out of my graveyard? I don't think that was... It's not in my graveyard, is it? Alright, well, I have to kill the green card if I want to keep playing the game, so... I can play this and do nothing else. Dirge is 5 mana. No, isn't it 7? Wait, isn't it 7? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it is 5 mana. Alright, yeah, no, it was there. Whoops. It was there. It was. It was everything we needed and more. Let's see. More green cards, by the way. Well, I guess it didn't matter. They killed it anyways. But yeah, that is true. I have no idea what to do now. So I'll just do this. You don't matter. You don't matter. Still keeping these. Could probably get rid of the... No, I'm gonna still keep them. Still gonna keep them. Another green card. Cool. Well, they played a land out of hand. They didn't have to do that. Opponent did not have to do that. My opponent is also literally mono green with the removal spell. Just full stop. We're gonna have to take 12 here. Right? Yep. There's no not taking 12. Full retail? I can exile my opponent's creature with this, actually. That might actually just be a good idea. Which one, though? Soul of Windgrace is probably the most sketchy. What is 6 doing? Picking up random stuff. Alright, yeah, we're gonna take this. That feels like the right idea. And there's not a lot of reasons to... Oh, wait, yes, there are. I'm gonna not cast Murderous Rider. I'm just not gonna cast it here. Yeah, I don't really care about them retracing when they have no cards in their hand. And if they have a land, and if they draw a land, then, well, then they can only retrace something that doesn't really do anything. Okay, they could have flew for 6, which is funny. What is it with Lively Dirge in my brain? I don't really know. That is not the first, second, or third time I have done that with Lively Dirge. And not just in this deck. I consistently just not use that card right. I don't know what it is. Something about Spree, maybe? Something about it is just really not working out with my brain. Well, they've only had green cards, so I'm sure there's no removal here. Okay. Do I need Unearth for any reason? Well, currently no. Didn't they already play a land? Oh, they can play an additional land, okay. The bright side of them being mono green, it means that there's not a lot of interaction, like removal and stuff, but they have had one. Okay, yeah, suppose. If I find anything, we're good. I'm gonna get rid of my whole hand here. As Grief is nice, but I'd rather just try to actually win the game. Okay. That wins the game. I'm gonna just Cloud Shift for the sake of it, though. Oh, whoops. I thought I cast Dark Ritual. My bad. Alright, so we get whatever we want. cast gamble for next game. Oh, opponent. Opponent? You didn't let me do it. I don't really see any reason to Chrome Mox just to play this a turn earlier. I just don't see a reason to do that. Full stop. Let's play you. Let's do this. That is the weirdest counterspell I've ever seen in my life, but it works nonetheless. I've never seen someone cast that before. Gets the if I pay, they get the rampant growth. Well, I came here to cast my commander, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of, I think, my entire hand here. Yeah. It's nice to have mana, but it's not doing anything unless I draw something to do with it. I'm not going to grief. What? Okay. Weird. What are you leaving up blue for here? Huh. I find that strange, but I suppose I'll find out immediately. Eldest Reborn. Wow, there it is. Eldest Reborn. Let's get rid of Vraska. Yeah, I would say so. And then swing. We get a mono red Pock next alchemy. Sounds fun. Do I ephemerate now? Do I Skrelv? No, I don't think I do. I think I just pass. Eldest Reborn just gets rid of grief here. Pretty straightforward, I think. You can go away, you can go away, you can go away. And then I cast it again. Okay. Well, those are cards. Should probably just do this. Wait, can I? Yeah. Do I need to draw as well? No, I do not. Wait. Where? Wrong one. There we go. Just going to put it on top. And then we play this. And we play this. And we take 6. Oh, we discard that. Alright, this was a very honest and the pace Madrotha normally plays, and it does kind of struggle without the fast mana side of things. Because I usually say it's like the slowest you can be in the format is Madrotha. But it usually is caught back up. Mainly you have all the green cards. The red-white Surveil land. Looking for any kind of land, yep. Oh, can't really let him untap. What am I doing with this untapped? Putting a land on top? No, I'm just gonna play this. Just gonna play that. We did find a land. Okay. Alright. Get rid of these three. This might be way too slow, actually, to keep these. I'm gonna keep one of them. Ooh, alright. Well, I mean, that's a combo piece. It's still 2 turns out, though. So it might not matter. Are they gonna demolition field? I guess so. Interesting. It doesn't do anything against us really, but it shuffles their deck, I guess. Alright, well, perfect 2 lands off the top. There's another one as well. I can... it doesn't actually matter which order I play these. Just play the expensive one first. Get you... Play generic land, and there's no reason to attack. Alright. Well, Tifa's notably not in play. And they shuffled away the Swiftfoot boots, I think? Oh. I'm not sure what could kill me that isn't Tifa. I don't know. Well, I think I like to see this. Even if it does get haste at this point, it would need quite a few lands to do it. That's only creature mana as well. The castle mana is only for creatures. I don't think there's any haste thing that is going to happen here. Oh, come on. Do you actually have a haste card? That's lame. It could be a fun... Well, they already cast it. That wouldn't be that. Okay, they do not, as far as I'm aware, have any way to give this haste. They just did all of that. That's kind of insane. Okay. Is it me, or could they have just done that next turn? I do not have turn 1 lightning bolt. And of course it would be endlessly useful. Fascinating. Alright, 1 into 3 on the play is just, as per usual, almost immediately lights out for about 90% of the decks in the game. Doesn't quite look like that's the case. Let's play something that doesn't matter too much. Sure. Another land. Ew, it's a colorless one too. I probably don't want that one. This dies if I target it with anything, so it just, like, they can't protect it if I cast Reprobation on it. And I picked up some information that way as well. Looks like there's some kind of interactive spell. Ooh, alright, we're back in it. Apparently those birds were really important. Let's get you. Yeah, I can keep that. It lets me discard this. Alright, we name human? Yep. Boom. 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 Oh wow, I just have it next turn. I just full stop have it. Let's play this, because it looks like a combo piece my opponent doesn't want to play against. And I think there's some kind of interaction. Does anything fundamentally matter here? I'm not going to go for it. There's 100% guarantee there's a blue spell after I tried to kill the blue tapping bird. So, I'm just going to go this route. I highly doubt my opponent's going to win next turn. And I can definitely beat a removal spell. They're at the point of the game where they can't not simply just tap out repeatedly for their stuff. So... no, I'm gonna keep that, actually, yeah, we're gonna do that. Like, they have to just spend their mana. Alright, yep, I got it. There's no not spending their mana. I know leaving up interaction so I don't combo is something, but that's not winning. You're just sitting there continuously losing with that line. Ooh, I think I had lethal damage if I played this first. Well, I didn't. There it is. Played it now. We can see our opponent's entire deck, too. Look at that. And we can surveil, but I definitely missed the infinite damage. I'm just gonna mill the rest with my other stuff and move on. Cool. So I guess they have that going for them. Oh, I love this commander. Oh, I love it so much. I've only played it like twice. Very long time ago. It's probably a miserable matchup, but I still really like it. The amount of times I've had this in my hand just makes me want to replace this exact slot with Esper Sentinel. Or even Ragavan. Just every game I've had this stupid thing. I think it's only done something once. Let's just play it safe. You can surveil. I don't need the Triumph. Yeah, it's weighing this card so low that it thinks it's a safe card to have in your keep every single game. Fair enough. Opponent contemplated the Mana Rock. That's not a good sign, is it? So, kind of an ugly turn, actually. Well, kind of an ugly turn. Ugly turn for the opponent, though. Okay. Fair exchange. This is blue, correct. I don't necessarily lose to Mana Drain. Yeah, it's fine. I don't lose outright to it, so it's not likely from a deck like this to lose to it. Yep, well, they would also literally need it. I mean, if you have Mana Drain, you send it on a 5. Or I mean, just any counterspell. Yeah, it doesn't have to be... Oh, look, it's Mana Drain. Of course it is. Why not? Of course it's Mana Drain. Why wouldn't my opponent just have it? But again, I'm not immediately losing to it, like I would ordinarily in this spot. Okay, so do that. Pretty easy to beat the Thieving Spaghetti. Sacred Foundry is fine. Get rid of these two. I don't have triple black for this card, which kind of sucks. I could just simply discard it, and that's sort of the same. No, it seems arguably just very not good to do that, so I'm not going to do that. Alright, well, like I said, if ever Mana Drain wasn't going to win, I felt like this was the matchup where it doesn't win instantly. Still the best card my opponent could possibly have, but I'm not dead. And there's not too much they can steal that makes them just outright win. I mean, the best thing is probably a removal spell, which is a beetle. But yeah, no triple black. Could have maybe tried harder for that. Okay, they found an answer to my reprobation, because of course they did. Excellent. I draw nothing to punish it. They have 2 blockers. My opponent has to be aware of what's going on. They also need a counter spell. Alright, let's tap this, that, cast this, and then cast this. Yep. Okay, so now they have to know. Now they have to know. Now they have to pay attention. They didn't know. Well, sometimes they don't know. Yep. Oops. Sometimes they just don't know. Well, this is a slow hand that is slow. And also doesn't have all 3 colors if I want untapped Skrelv turn 1. Which could be incorrect. I think I just cast Skrelv? Oof. Yep. Kinda difficult to not play Skrelv turn 1 here. I think it's just always right. But it means no red mana. Okay. Swing. It gives me Fatal Push. Yeah, I'm definitely swinging here. Just gives me Fatal Push. Wait, they didn't kill one of the 1/1s. Oh, chat, they didn't kill 1/1. Okay, wait. So we do this. There we go. Alright, found it. Opponent thought they were going to play around Revolt. Thought they had me. To be fair, I had the fetch land. I still had the fetch land. Alright, yeah. You can see the benefit of this. My opponent can't interact on my turn with this, and it's hard to kill it through the Skrelv. That's why playing this turn 1 seemed extremely useful. Oh yeah, I still haven't played Y'shtola. I keep forgetting. Oh, can we bend this? We do have Unearth. Yeah, we can just bend that. It's kind of like drawing it when you have a card that reanimates it, right? That is sound logic. Unless it isn't. Then rip skis. I will... Kolaghan's command that, and I will do it now. Actually, you know what? I will not do it right now. If my opponent wants to use it, by all means. I will not do it now. Okay, now I'm sort of less inclined to do it in the first place. Bruh. Okay, I guess we're just not doing it here. No, I'm still gonna do it. Target you, get rid of the one that taps for anything. Mana. Alright. Let's play our commander. What are we looking for? I don't even know. Get rid of you and you and you. That's a sack outlet. Actually, my whole hand is kind of just okay. This is extremely slow. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. Alright, well, we found it. Right? Yeah, we did. Okay. Okay, good sign. Excellent sign. Even more excellented. I'm not convinced there's anything going on over there. So I'm going to just kill my opponent. Cool. Yeah, okay, so I was kind of expecting to play the quote-unquote third variant of this, and I think I already said this in the beginning, but there really isn't that many things, I'm convinced, that are amazing in that third variant, being the Mardu beatdown thing, where you just pull random creatures from your graveyard. Faithless Looting. Croxa and Flage, I actually ended up taking them out. So those are like the things to do with the mid-range whatnot. Both Alesha's not once did anything. There was never really... Well, there's not a lot of windows where I could go for these cards. So if there's just different kind of reanimate spells, maybe that's just better. Like Zombify or other big threats, more removal, more card draw, more tutors. Slowly back to where it started, the deck list, relative to the one I had uploaded before, which is extremely similar to this one, just a few different cards. I do like this card, though. I'm a fan of this. I mean, it is a weird Fiend Hunter that also is an ephemerate Cloud Shift kind of effect, so this is kind of cool. But the new set hasn't really brought anything. The Skeleton Creator Enjoyer just felt really meh. Oh, not that one. This one. It's like, didn't actually... You could probably play Felia. Although, Felia has to swing, and there's a lot of times where this just dies. I don't know. You could play it, though. It does really need your commander in play, and that part is kind of hard enough, so I don't know. But anyways, this is... It returns your creatures, and then if you flicker them, so actually another thing to do with Felia, you could actually just play both of these, like boop boop. This puts it back into play without any kind of mana investment, other than the upfront 3 mana, and then you could flicker it with any flicker effect, and then suddenly it's no longer a skeleton and has all of its abilities. So that's kind of interesting, right, with a combo piece that you may have discarded at some point along the way with your wheel effects. It makes me want to play Faithless Looting again. I had taken it out. Mesmeric Orb actually almost made me lose a game, but I think the person got either way too greedy with the value it gave them, or they just made... Yeah, they made a mistake with their Shifting Woodland. I think I would have won anyways, I'm not sure. But, yeah, it's funny. I always say it that, like, you can mill your opponent for 89, and that doesn't do anything at all unless you mill them for their entire deck. So it's all down to the last... You know, the same logic with damage, obviously. It's like you can do 24 damage, but that doesn't do anything until you do 25. Vastly easier to deal 25 instead of 100 and whatever with mill cards. So sporadic mill, so many strategies just like their graveyard to some degree, or just aren't totally upset with a big chunk of it getting thrown in there. The combo thing is rather resilient when it comes to pieces, because there's a lot of... Like, First Day of Class and Thran Vigil are just effective combo pieces of your commander's side, right? And then your sack outlets with any amount of creatures, it doesn't take many, is very scary. There was never an instance where it came up, but you can technically swing with this first if it's in play, just a small thing, and then have even more attacking creatures when you go into infinite damage with your infinitely scaling creatures if you had no infinite mill or bombardment infinite. So there's some interesting lines, but I think this is just the most efficient this commander is going to be, and the Mardu beatdown thing is found elsewhere in vastly more efficient commander slots, and your matchups don't change or anything across what I believe to be is like a wide chunk of the Mardu commanders are sort of playing against the same thing. Maybe Ishin is the sweatiest of the sweat, or the weird lizard double strike thing. I might be up there as well. But, yeah. I do like the avenue. It's not like because you don't have the combo instantly, you lose. You can continue to do other things. It's not like you're interacting with your opponent with a lot of removal. You could run more, just any amount of discard beyond grief if you really want to. That was fine. I have done that before. But I will say the Aleshas felt extraordinarily underwhelming. They were almost always discarded with my commander's ability. Just constantly getting rid of these. It just felt like I was never in a position to play them unless it was exactly turn 3 and I had nothing else to do. Maybe you could play them there, but I actually can't even play this one turn 2 with Ancient Tomb, but you can with this one. They also demand that you swing with them, and it could, or this one not with it itself, but you do have to actually swing, and just swinging and then them dying doesn't really feel great just to replace them with a combo piece that you have already put to your graveyard. There's just like a lot that these cards want to do, so I've never tried them. We're not on my radar, but certainly not something I felt like it was doing much at all. Same with this. I mean, it was in here to start, and then I took it out immediately, but I didn't give it a chance. I think there's something there with the flicker effects, and maybe something with the stats that you would probably want to put Croxa and Flage back in, which they've been in and out of my Celes lists, so they are kind of nice to bring back as just naked 6/6s, sort of. But still, not really. There's again a lot of instances where you probably just discard this to Celes. And if you were ever just pitching a card constantly to your commander, it's probably something to think about just not running whatsoever. There's some exceptions to that, like first day of class. If your commander dies, you have just an ability to win out of nowhere with a cheaper version of your commander's text box for the combo turn, with like this card. Same with this one. So that's nice. This one's temporary, kind of sad, but you know, still kind of doing the thing. I noticed a lot of my sagas have been getting blown up. I don't know if the people's creation of Avacyn radars are just on point lately, but this card has been blown up a lot. So definitely something to consider. I have not seen a lot of this card outside of myself still, so something to really consider is this card. I was just surprised how often it gets blown up, but then everyone tells me you shouldn't play it. It's like, well, what? It's constantly answered. Constantly answered. Kind of funny that, you know, someone tell me over and over that you shouldn't play it. It's like, well, my opponent just, every single person deems it threatening, so I think maybe my appreciation of it is not totally unfound. Yeah, I never got to throw this at someone for 100, but there are exile effects and whatnot. This is still a little vulnerable. I don't have a lot of ways to recover if the combos disrupt it, right? And that is a downside. There are, I would say, more resilient combo decks in Historic Brawl. Rowan, actually. Any excuse to bring up Rowan, I'm going to do it. Rowan, the only portion you got to worry about is untapping with this. But once you do, and no, I, again, would not ever try to give this haste. But once you do, there's a lot of hands that just win if you untap with this. There are a lot of sequences of hands that, iterations of cards that will just win if you untap with this. Actually, don't think I have Ancient Tomb in here. Yeah, this is pre-Ancient Tomb, pre-Busted Land era. Still is Chrome Box though. But yeah, so I think there's just better kind of combo things, but there is that value side. I will say I haven't played a mix, at least I don't think I have, a mix of like reanimate giant scary threats and also have the combo in your deck. So you have like the two lines that are probably scary enough, right? Reanimating Gristlebrand, or casting a Gristlebrand on turn 5 with, you know, discard it here, reanimate it turn 5. I don't know if that's really that great. There's some other things that are scary though. It might not... Yeah, Gristlebrand specifically could be difficult. You could try Godo, right? You play Godo on 5, pass. If they kill it, you don't really care. If they blow up the weapon, just continue to do something else, right? But you just turn 5 Godo, and then next turn go for it. It's like, oh, why not? You know, why not? I think there's something there for sure. A Godo is something to always consider if your deck has red in it. It's just something that you should assess as some random out. Maybe Ragavan would like it with all the treasure tokens it might not use. This is a ridiculous amount of treasure, but still, I don't know. It's a red card. It's a combo. It's a funny combo. It doesn't really take much to put in your deck. Just something to always consider. But yeah, the color was kind of rough. Like Ancient Tomb, you're not playing this on turn 3, which is a huge blow to Ancient Tomb's power. Gemstone is all the same, but yeah, Ancient Tomb not letting you cast this faster is kind of significant, right? It doesn't help your commander. You never like to see that. It's probably at its weakest when that is in fact the case. It's not often the case though. Well, maybe is it? I don't know. I'd have to really pay attention to see how many times it is the case. But yeah, definitely something to think of there. Still just a really good card though. What else? I think that's about it. I have at least 2 hours worth of me talking about Celes on YouTube at this point already. So I don't have to make this one that much longer. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.